Now, the time has come for us to select one courageous young man and woman for the honor of representing District 12 in the 74th Annual Hunger Games.
Seahawks win the NFC Championship. Earlier today, the Patriots won the AFC title, so Super Bowl 60 is set, and it's a rematch of the two teams that played in Super Bowl 49, the Seahawks.
You're in the Air Force, right?
Marines, actually.
How long are you here for?
A few weeks.
30 seconds left. Just get us in field goal range. 22.
The blackout may run along the entire northwest corridor.
What's going on?
You take care of your brother, you hear me?
Now go now, go while you still can. Let's go.
If you're seeing this broadcast, you are in a part of the country no longer controlled by the government of the United States.
Boys, I love you both, but I want you to do what I would do. Kill this piece.
They mess with the wrong family.
How did this happen?
There's a new class of weapon. Everything went offline and never came back.
For them, this is just some place. For us, this is our home.
And the Patriots, Howie.
This is the liberty we've won for ourselves. Outer Haven.
You thought Metal Gear Solid was just a game about hiding in cardboard boxes and sneaking past guards? Cute. Yeah, that's the surface. Underneath all the CQC and codec calls is a conspiracy so deep it makes the Illuminati look like a book club. Come to the Patriots.
That's what the Patriots want the country to believe. It's all a show. Democracy is just a filler for textbooks.
In my campaign for president, I pledged to give America the most spectacular birthday party the world has ever seen for America's 250th anniversary on July 4th. Already we've had big celebrations to commemorate the 250th birthdays of the Army, the Navy, and the United States Marines, but there is much, much more to come. We're going to have a good time. As we ring in 2026, Americans across the nation will see the iconic Washington Monument illuminated with festive birthday lights to honor the start of this historic anniversary year. Then from June 25th to July 10th, we will host the Great American State Fair on the National Mall, featuring pavilions from all 50 states, highlighting breathtaking innovations and celebrating America's exceptional history and culture. Frankly, you'll never see anything like it, and you'll never see anything like it again. In the fall, we will host the first ever Patriot Games, an unprecedented 4-day athletic event featuring the greatest high school athletes, one young man and one young woman from each state and territory.
It is not a football team, but a digital cabal of shadow rulers using AI, war economies, and memes, not the funny ones if you're wondering, to control the world.
The Patriots had Ray redesigned to protect the new Arsenal gear.
So now anti-Metal Gears are guarding a Metal Gear.
Ironic, isn't it?
Buckle up, because once you fall down this rabbit hole, there's no crawling back to reality. The genesis of the Patriots, from bros to Big Brother. It all began with Big Boss's dream to build a world where soldiers weren't pawns in some politician's chess game.
Your office? The White House?
Merely puppets. Pawns in a game.
A noble vision born out of betrayal and war trauma, but like all great ideas, it spiraled out of control. Big Boss and a few trusted allies formed a secret collective to carry on his ideals. Here we're talking about Major Zero, EVA, Paramedic, Sigint, Ocelot, and yes, Big Boss himself. Think of them as the Avengers of Shadow Ops, until egos and ideologies clashed like boss battles. Zero believed the way to achieve peace was through total control, basically unifying the world under one information system.
Now Adam and evil, they go hand in hand. Eve taught him sin, that's the way it all began. But every time you kiss me, my heart pounds like a drum. So if trouble is a woman, trouble, here I come.
Big Boss wanted freedom and individuality, even if it meant chaos. The ideological rift between them tore the group apart. And from that fracture, the Patriots were born. The name sounds noble, right? It wasn't long before these so-called protectors of peace became the puppet masters of the world.
2025 Fox Nation Patriot Awards, they are back in New York. The 2025 Fox Nation Patriot Awards, they are back in New York. It is my great honor to host the only award show that matters.
Witness inspiring stories and celebrate America's unsung heroes with a special performance from Jason Aldean.
Country Music Entertainer of the Year, Jason Aldean, was on stage. He was just finishing up his set, so this was the last moment of this big celebration. Hard to know if obviously any of that was in the shooter's head. We spoke to one of the Sirius XM hosts who was on stage with Jason Aldean, who just said, you know, like everybody, at first when this is happening, you can't believe it. Your mind can't go there. You think it's pyrotechnics. You think it's fireworks. You think it's anything but this. That somebody is just mowing down in cold blood all of these concert goers.
This is the gold card that, as you know, the Secretary of Commerce and myself and some others have been working on for quite a while. And Howard, how much have we sold in a few days?
$1.3 billion worth in a matter of a couple of days.
That's essentially it's the green card on steroids.
We just don't have enough information yet. But look, I mean, you guys deal with this all the time. This isn't the first mass killing we've seen at a concert. These big venues are soft targets now.
We're honored to be here tonight as we celebrate the life and legacy of our good friend, Charlie Kirk.
He led a powerful movement rooted in faith, freedom, and a deep love for this country.
Nearly 1 year ago, 22,000 fans gathered in Las Vegas to celebrate their love for country music. I was there myself, performing with my band. And what started as a beautiful weekend was shattered when a senseless act of violence took 58 lives.
An active shooter training drill. 8 News Now reporter Michael Stevens is in downtown Las Vegas to tell us more about it.
If you look around, it seems like a real crime scene. Police tape blocking off multiple streets, a command post set up right out in front, and dozens of police officers from a number of different agencies are here. But it's all a drill. We weren't able to go inside during it because it's playing out like a real-life scenario.
Now to Las Vegas and a number of new developments in the investigation as President Trump has arrived there.
We have a new video of the shooter's girlfriend, Mary Lou Danley, being wheeled through LAX airport late last night after returning from the Philippines. Police confirm Danley is a person of interest in the case.
Meanwhile, President Trump there this evening meeting some of the victims and praising both the medical workers and the police response. Sarah Doloff is in Las Vegas. Sarah?
Oh, good evening, Devin and Kimberly. There are signs tonight of a grieving city trying to get back to normal. Las Vegas Boulevard has reopened. Some shows are resuming. Still, dozens remain in critical condition, fighting for their lives. President Trump on the ground in Las Vegas.
You showed the world, and the world is watching, and you showed what professionalism is all about.
Meeting with first responders, medical workers, and victims of Sunday's massacre.
The message that I have is we have a great country, and we are there for you.
I'm lonely like Adam, you're evil like Eve. I shouldn't take forbidden fruit, cause I believe I'll be heading straight for heartache. I should cut loose and run, but if loving you means heartache, heartache, here I come.
Using information, tech, and warfare to manipulate humanity from the shadows. Control through information. They're watching you. Read this. The Patriots figured out something long before your favorite YouTuber ever did. Control the narrative, and you control reality.
It was a stand-up of a different kind today for this conclave of comedians, the late-night comedy clubs making way this morning for the plush surroundings of the Vatican. More than 100 comedians from 15 countries were in the audience as the Pope took centre stage.
Perché il riso è contagioso.
They listened on as he told them about the importance of the work they do, of making people laugh.
Amid
so much gloomy news, immersed as we are in so many social and even personal emergencies, you have the power to spread serenity and smiles.
Ladies and gentlemen, your master of ceremonies, Caesar Flickerman!
Welcome to the 74th Annual Hunger Games! Now, in about 5 minutes, we're all going to be out here. All of the tributes that you've heard about. Are you excited? Let me hear!
The facility is 5 stories down so that we can control the temperature in the lab.
Welcome. We're glad you're here.
Jesus Christ. Will?
You surprised to see me, Joseph?
That depends.
On what?
Can you prove you're self-aware?
That's a difficult question, Dr. Tiger. Can you prove that you are?
War. Terrible war. Widows, orphans, a motherless child. This was the uprising that rocked our land. 13 districts rebelled against the country that fed them, loved them, protected them. Brother turned on brother until nothing remained.
They make your butt look amazing.
Sydney Sweeney's new jeans campaign is sparking major backlash.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
The campaign has a clever slogan: Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
This is the tale of an ordinary man who had everything until a man of power stole his freedom, destroyed his family, and banished him for life.
15 years of living hell. 15 years dreaming I might come home to a wife and child.
I will have vengeance. I will have salvation.
That's genes with a J. But many believe the implication is that Sydney Sweeney's genes with a G are superior.
Get me fright.
From director Tim Burton.
You'll rue the day you were born.
Johnny Depp.
I can give you the closest shave you will ever know.
Will not discriminate great from small. No wheels of anyone and to anyone.
Who's for a free shave?
Sweeney Todd.
At your service.
Can you hear me? Tell me your name.
Richard.
We're gonna take care of you, Richard.
I've got to run away. I've got to get away from the pain you drive into the heart of me.
Once I ran to you.
Now I run from you.
This faded love you've given, I give you all I'm going to give you. Take my tears and that's not
wide open.
Bad Bunny sells more records worldwide than just about anybody, but he's been avoiding appearances in the U.S. in recent months because of his concern over immigration actions. ABC 7 News South Bay reporter Lauren Martinez takes a look at what the singer, the NFL, and Bay Area business owners all stand to gain from his Super Bowl performance.
The government's coming under increasing pressure to take urgent action to reduce the soaring cost of food.
It's just gas. You go to sleep.
Bad Bunny will take the stage inside Levi Stadium as Super Bowl 60's halftime performer, a move local fans are celebrating.
We were like, oh my God, everybody started screaming.
Eric Rivera is the owner of Puerto Rican Street Cuisine, a to-go restaurant based in Oakland. Just last weekend, he hosted a watch party for a Bad Bunny concert. Bad Bunny just wrapped up a tour in his home country of Puerto Rico and sings primarily in Spanish. That's Super Bowl champion Daryl Pollard showing off his moves.
And the thing sold out like in 30 minutes. And it was just amazing. People from all over, Salinas, Watsonville, all over.
That's when we're going to get them dogs. Bam! Bam! All right, now these guys are a bit testy, so just let me do the talking. Hey, you crybaby! Where's the viper rat? Don't you worry, Viper! You will not be forgotten! You will be avenged, Viper! And if you don't believe me, you can look at my battle plans. It's all laid out, right here.
Boss, I can't tell who anyone is.
Well, you gotta really look at it to understand it. Like, that's you guys right here. And see, that's Brooklyn. That's when we're gonna get them dogs. Bam! Bam!
Bad Bunny said earlier this year he wouldn't tour in the U.S. due to concern over ICE raids. We spoke with San Jose State Associate Professor Sean Fletcher, who said the NFL's goal is attracting the most fans.
Well, I spent a few years working in the National Football League, and one thing I know that they value even more than politics is revenue.
We make a great team, Tyler Dog. Well, mainly I'm doing all the hard work, but you're helping.
Yes, fine. Just keep your eyes on the road. You're driving like an animal. What was that?
Oh, that was a pothole.
You're hitting things on purpose.
Hey, you know me too well, TD. Always keeping me in check.
No! Sleep till Brooklyn! No! Sleep till Brooklyn!
Did you see the van?
Yeah, I see it. We're about to hit it.
And then came the peace, hard fought, sorely won. A people rose up from the ashes, and a new era was born. But freedom has a cost. When the traitors were defeated, we swore as a nation we would never know this treason again. And so it was decreed that each year the various districts of Pan Am would offer up in tribute one young man and woman to fight to the death in a pageant of honor, courage, and sacrifice.
Their philosophy was, why drop bombs when you can just rewrite the story?
It was a well-scripted drama staged by the Patriots for the benefit of the public.
By the time we hit Metal Gear Solid 2, the Patriots had mastered mimetic control. And we're not talking lolcats here. These memes were the deep kind with cultural values, beliefs, and norms, which are the building blocks of human thought. The Patriots' AI systems, GW, JD, TR, and TJ, filtered and manipulated everything. Books, news, internet chatter, political discourse. If it had data, it passed through their invisible hands.
Right next to your shopping, betting, and news apps, you can now click on a variety of new faith apps that offer spiritual experiences powered by artificial intelligence. There is a Bible AI to explore and converse about the good book. On your desktop, Episcobot answers questions about the Episcopal Church. And yes, there's even text with Jesus.
I can text questions to Jesus, and he responds,
promising a deeper connection with the Bible's most iconic figures, including Satan, although he's only available to premium users.
They were curating existence. If you ever thought your algorithm felt creepy, the Patriots were already 10 steps ahead. They controlled what ideas flourished and which ones got smothered. The biggest kicker is that Raiden, the protagonist of MGS2, was being guided not by Colonel Campbell, but by an AI masquerading as Campbell. That's right, you were taking orders from a sentient program running a social experiment. Kojima didn't just break the fourth wall. He nuked it. The Shadow Moses incident, the Patriots' first big move. The snowy nuclear playground of Shadow Moses wasn't just a dramatic battlefield for Snake and his bandana. It was a testing ground. While the world thought Solid Snake was stopping a nuclear threat, the Patriots were behind the curtain, watching everything like a reality TV show for warlords.
I wanted to text with Jesus. Dear God. Exactly.
I'm going to ask Jesus why bad things happen to good people.
It uses your name if you want.
And my heart aches with yours when you see pain.
And cites Bible verses in the answers.
And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God.
Stefan Peter developed the app.
So who am I really texting with when I text with Jesus?
Well, you're obviously talking to an AI chatbot, basically pretending to be these people, pretending to be Jesus or any of the apostles.
Some believe this is a bad thing.
It is a slippery slope when you're running to these AI chats more than you're consulting with the Lord.
Religious researcher Robert P. Jones has doubts.
And the challenge, of course, is that we have no idea what's under the hood there, what's really creating the reality that then they present.
Solid Snake was unknowingly running through a gauntlet engineered by the Patriots. The entire Metal Gear Rex incident was controlled, manipulated, and designed to extract combat data and test the effectiveness of the Genome Soldiers, warriors genetically modified with Big Boss's DNA. The Patriots wanted to see what worked and what failed in a battlefield engineered from scratch.
But in doing so, he ended up revealing the existence of both Rex and the Genome Army, a blunder that earned him the wrath of the Patriots.
Even Snake's mission briefing was full of lies. The DARPA chief he spoke to was Decoy Octopus, a guy disguised as another guy who was already dead. You don't get that kind of narrative chaos unless Kojima is at the wheel. Snake thought he'd saved the world. In reality, he gave the Patriots exactly what they wanted: a blueprint for psychological warfare, battlefield control, and DNA-targeted bioweapons like Foxdie. And just to twist the knife, after the mission, Snake and Otacon formed a group called Philanthropy to stop the spread of Metal Gears. The Patriots labeled them terrorists. That's the irony of fighting a system so deeply ingrained. It gets to define who the hero is.
Every nation in every region now has a decision to make. Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists. Either you're with us, either you love freedom and with nations which embrace freedom, or you're with the enemy. There's no in between. You're either with us or you're with the enemy. That's clear. I will continue to make that clear.
So ask yourself, was Shadow Moses a crisis the Patriots created, or just one they exploited perfectly? The S3 plan and mimetic control, your brain isn't safe anymore. Let's be real. Metal Gear Solid 2 didn't just break the fourth wall. It shattered it, threw it in the ocean, and replaced it with an AI hallucination. Right in the heart of this madness lies the S3 plan. What does it stand for? Well, depends on who you ask. Selection for societal sanity? Sure. Solid Snake simulation? Also yes. Kojima loves acronyms the way Solid Snake loves cigarettes, obsessively and confusingly. But one thing is clear. The Patriots were cooking up something deeper than battlefield control. They weren't just trying to create the perfect soldier, they wanted to program the perfect society. But how? Through memes. The Patriots believed that if they could control these cultural memes, they could influence behavior across the board. What books you read, what values you uphold, and what history you're taught are all filtered through AI systems that decide what gets passed down. It's mimetic Darwinism with a side of dictatorship. Think about it. If all your beliefs were carefully engineered by an invisible AI, would you even know it? Here's the wild part. Raiden, the player character, was part of the simulation. He thought he was the hero in a brand new op. But no, he was just the guinea pig for the S3 plan, a walking test subject for a rerun of Shadow Moses. It's meta on meta, and it's brilliant. Also, did you know that Kojima said the original MGS2 ending was changed post 9/11 because it showed Manhattan being flooded and federal buildings collapsing? Yes, even fictional mind control AI conspiracies were too real for the time. The role of AI in the SOP system Nanomachines, son. By the time Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots drops, we're deep into techno-dystopia territory. The Patriots have traded in their human brains for a full AI control network, and they're using nanomachines to pull the strings.
Understood. Stand by. Sending reinforcements now.
Then comes the Sons of the Patriots system. It's like a parental control system, but for soldiers' entire bodies. These nanomachines regulate everything from adrenaline to emotion to trigger discipline. You literally cannot pull the trigger unless your brain gets permission from the network. Soldiers become walking firewalls with no rage, no fear, no PTSD, no humanity, just tools in the Patriots' war economy. Everything from who fights to who profits is calculated, optimized, and executed with machine precision. The battlefield becomes an Excel spreadsheet of death. And the thing is that nobody questions it, because comfort and order are easier than freedom and chaos. Would you ever trade your free will for peace if it meant never feeling pain again? Old Snake, yeah, our boy aged like an avocado thanks to rapid cloning decay, finds himself in a world where war is no longer a horror. It's a business model. Private military companies run on subscriptions. War has become SaaS. The Patriots aren't just managing conflict here anymore. They're monetizing it. Plus, the SOP system wasn't just for show. According to interviews, Kojima wanted players to feel the pressure of system reliance. That's why in the game collapses, enemies start screaming, crying, and breaking down in real time. It's raw, it's messy, it's Kojima flexing. The fall of the Patriots, when the puppet masters lose Wi-Fi. Eventually, the Patriots' AI empire begins to crumble like a Metal Gear on wobbly knees. Old Snake, Raiden, Otakon, and a rotating squad of emotionally damaged freedom fighters slowly chip away at the system. But here's the thing, killing the AIs doesn't fix everything. It's not like you press delete and everyone suddenly remembers how to live without digital mind control. The damage is done. The systems they created are still in place. War still exists. Memes still spread. Control might change hands, but it never truly disappears. Liquid Ocelot, don't ask. He's like 5 guys in one body, tried to hijack the system himself, proving the terrifying idea that even without the Patriots, someone else will always try to step in. Power hates a vacuum. Even if you shut down one AI god, someone's always there with a USB stick and a god complex. Snake completes his mission, but it feels less like a win and more like the end of an era. The Patriots die with a whisper, not a bang. Also, Kojima based the Patriots' structure on real-world theories of control systems, including feedback loops, information bottlenecks, and even Google's data sorting algorithms. This man read Foucault and Black Mirror before either was cool. Metal Gear Solid is a philosophical slap in the face wrapped in stealth gameplay. The Patriots are more than villains. They're metaphors for systems we live under every day, with governments, corporations, algorithms, and institutions that seem invisible until they tell you what to think. If this made you want to throw your phone into the ocean and live in a cardboard box like Snake, you're not alone. But maybe, just maybe, that means the S3 plan didn't work on you.
I am a visionary. illuminating galaxies to witness the birth of stars. And sharpening our understanding of extreme weather events. I am a helper, guiding the blind through a crowded world.
The lone victor, bathed in riches, would serve as a reminder of our generosity and our forgiveness. This is how we remember our past. This is how we safeguard our future.
I was thinking about running to the store.
And giving voice to those who cannot speak.
Do not make me laugh.
I am a transformer, harnessing gravity to store renewable power.
What is gravity?
You have no idea. Okay, next question.
I don't know.
Nobody in the entire world knows why that falls.
So what is pushing this?
Here. Why does that fall?
Newton didn't know.
We can describe it pretty accurately, but no one knows why.
We can describe gravity. We can say what it does to other things. We can measure it, predict with it.
I don't need a computer to get a kid interested in that. To spend a week playing with gravity and trying to understand it and come up with reasons why.
So what is pushing this?
I don't know.
Nobody knows why.
So Newton simply threw his hands up and said, I don't know. So I'm going to invent something called gravitational pull.
And paving the way towards unlimited clean energy for us all. I am a trainer, teaching robots to assist, to watch out for danger, and help save lives. I am a healer, providing a new generation of cures and new levels of patient care.
Doctor, that I am allergic to penicillin. Is it still okay to take the medications?
Definitely. These antibiotics don't contain penicillin, so it's perfectly safe for you to take them.
I am a navigator, generating virtual scenarios to let us safely explore the real world and understand every decision. I even helped write the script. Breathe life into the words en muchos idiomas y escribí la música. I am AI, brought to life by NVIDIA, deep learning, and brilliant minds everywhere.
I just love that.
You are among the few who can speak to very different people of different generations and cultural backgrounds. In your way, you unite people because laughter is contagious. It's easier to make people laugh together than alone.
Among the comics meeting the Pope was our own Patrick Keelty and Tommy Tiernan. And Father Dougal himself, Ardal O'Hanlon, no signs of being starstruck. Many here, of course, have made jokes about religion, the Pope telling them today, you can even laugh at God, it's not heresy. Vatican observers say today's gig was part of the Church's latest attempts to engage with contemporary culture. No laughing matter.
My, what a peculiar place to have a party. You know, Dino, we really shouldn't be doing this. After all, we haven't been invited, and curiosity often leads to trouble.
feeling a bit like Alice? Tumbling down the rabbit hole?
Brave citizen of Staten Island, thank you for your participation in this groundbreaking experiment. You are one of the pioneers. In 1 week, you will make history. As part of a program that could change our nation forever, you will be among the first Americans to purge. The experiment will commence with the sound of this alarm. For the next 12 hours, all crime within the Staten Island borders will be legal, and all emergency services will be suspended. Weapons of Class 4 and lower are authorized for use. All other weapons are restricted. You can purge as an individual or as a group for whatever reason you choose. You may want to settle a personal score, or simply release the rage that is burning inside of you. If you believe in the goals of the experiment but do not wish to participate, leave a sign of support outside your home. We suggest a bouquet of blue baptisia flowers, a symbol of rebirth. News media and government surveillance will operate with a heavy presence throughout the experiment. If you are concerned about revealing your identity, we suggest you wear a disguise or a mask. However you choose to purge, you are a true patriot. God bless you and all who purge. And God bless the United States of America, a nation reborn.
This is America's 250th anniversary. So we have all of these people, and next year is right around the corner. And that's going to be big. Then we have the World Cup coming, and we have the Olympics coming. And you know, I got the Olympics, and I got the World Cup. I cannot take credit for getting 250 years. That was just, we sort of lucked out. I tried to do that, but it didn't work. We lucked out, but the 250 is going to be incredible. In fact, we're having, on June 14th, we're having a fight. All of the greatest champions in the world, the UFC fight, they're building an arena in front of the White House, if you can believe it. Then like 6,000 seats, and then they're going to build it for the fight. They're going to have the greatest champions of the world coming, and they're going to have over 100,000 people out. They're putting screens all over certain parts of Washington so everyone can see it. I don't think there'll be anything like it. It'll be on a Sunday night, June 14th. Flag Day happens to be my birthday, but I didn't do it for that reason.
We're not here to take part, we're here to take over. I am the beast.
I'm going to vote blue.
Vote for who you want. This is a free dictatorship.
What makes America great? The answer's simple, really. Americans make America great. You are the lifeblood of the nation, and your rights as Americans must be safeguarded. There is only one solution to keep our country great: a new tradition. Participate today, and nothing will make you prouder than when your boy looks up at you and says, "Dad, I want to purge too."
On July 4th, this was July 4th, 1776, okay? There are other dates you hear about, but this is the date that we recognize, 1776, and we're going to have a big celebration, and it's going to be a celebration like we really deserve in this country for everything we've gone through. With you at my side, we will give our nation's founding the amazing anniversary party that America needs and so richly deserves.
We have been taught lies. Reality is not at all what we perceive it to be. We cannot survive any longer by hanging on to the falsehoods of the past. Reality must be discerned at all costs if we are to be a part of the future. Truth must prevail in all instances, no matter who it hurts or helps, if we are to continue to live upon this earth. At this point, what we want may no longer matter. It is what we must do to ensure our survival that counts. The old way is in the certain process of destruction, and a new world order is beating down the door. If we do not act in concert with each other and ensure that the future becomes what we need it to be, then we will surely deserve whatever fate awaits us. Human beings are machines, levers which may be grasped and turned, and there is little real difference between automating a society and automating a shoe factory. Those who will not use their brains are no better off than those who have no brains. You can no longer pretend innocence. Your denial of the conspiracy will fall on deaf ears. You must accept that you have been cattle, and the ultimate consequence of being cattle, which is slavery. History is replete with whispers of secret societies, accounts of elders or priests who guarded the forbidden knowledge of ancient people, prominent men meeting in secret who directed the course of civilization are recorded in the writings of all people. The situation in which we find ourselves is due to our own actions or inactions. Because it is our own fault, we are the only ones who can change future events. Education seems to me to be a major part of the solution. The remaining part is the abolition of secrecy. Through ignorance or misplaced trust, we as a people have abdicated our role as the watchdog of our government. If we had done our jobs as citizens, we would never have reached this point. Most of us are completely ignorant as to even the most basic functions of our government. We have truly become a nation of sheep.
New world order. A new world order. A new world order. New world order. New world order.
A new world order.
A new world order.
New world order.
New world order.
And a new world order.
This is Capital TV.
Since the dark days, our great nation has known only peace. Ours is an elegant system, conceived to nourish and protect. Your districts are the body. The capital is the beating heart. Your hard work feeds us, and in return, we feed and protect you. But if you resist the system, you starve yourself. If you fight against it, it is you who will bleed. I know you will stand with me, with us, with all of us, together, as one. Panem today, Panem tomorrow, Panem forever.
A new world order.
New world order.
New world order. New world order.
The Trump administration right now is sending masked agents by the thousands into cities and states across America. A woman is dead, others have been shot, innocent people detained, mothers and fathers ripped out of their cars with their young kids tugging at their sides. Here in Massachusetts, we saw a high school student on the way to volleyball practice arrested. A college student going home to Texas for Thanksgiving, deported to Honduras, a country she hasn't lived in since she was a little kid. Now we have parents, of course, afraid to send their kids to school or to go to church or to see a doctor. This isn't right. I was a prosecutor and attorney general, and I can tell you, none of this makes us safer. It doesn't need to be this way. It needs to stop. Enough is enough.
This is the moment Japan's nuclear disaster began. A giant tsunami wave crashes into the Fukushima Daiichi power plant.
So I have just one word for Mr. Trump. Basta. Enough!
But a bright line in the sand, and we will protect you, that I can tell you, and we will say enough is enough.
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
But a bright line in the sand, and we will protect you, that I can tell you, and we will say enough is enough.
I'd like to share with our viewers now, and that is of that spire, from a ground camera, completely engulfed in flames. As you might imagine, we have hundreds of different feeds which come into our main headquarters in New York, and one after another with different views on this spire, watching as the flames began to lap around its base and then just lick up the outside of it until eventually it was engulfed.
Beata Maria, you know I am a righteous man. Of my virtue I am justly proud. Beata Maria, you know I'm so much purer than the common, vulgar, weak, licentious crowd. Then tell me, Maria, why I see her dancing there, why her smoldering eyes still scorch my soul. I feel her, I see her, the sun caught in her raven hair is blazing in me out of all control. Like fire, hellfire, this fire in my skin, this burning desire is turning me to sin. It's not my fault. I'm not to blame. It is the gypsy girl, the witch, who set this flame. It's not my fault. If in God's plan, he made the devil so much stronger than a man.
Wonder what he makes of the environmental policies announced by Rishi Sunak today. King Charles, of course, somebody who has been a campaigner on environmental issues, I think it's fair to say. Penny for his thoughts this evening as he meets the French president.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the Holy See.
followed by the national anthem of the United States.
923 also represents 14, and we know that Osiris was cut up into 14 pieces from his brother Set.
And Chekhov saw the long winter. He saw a winter bleak and dark and bereft of hope. Yet we know that winter is just another step in the cycle of life.
She called us, Miss Thursday morning, 9:23. I thought, okay, this is it, here we go.
Do you believe this?
I don't know what's going on.
You never know what's going on.
Thank you.
Agent Dunham, I need immediate evac. 923 Church Street. There's a device on the 47th floor. Nicely done.
Protect me, Maria. Don't let the siren cast her spell. Don't let her fire sear my flesh and bone. Destroy Esmeralda and let her taste the fires of hell. Or else let her be mine and mine alone.
Gaius Octavius, better known as Augustus Caesar, was born into nobility on September 23, 63 BC, although he never recognized the title of emperor. Augustus Caesar was the first of the ruling Julio-Claudian dynasty to reign in Rome. Before Augustus's centralization of power, Rome was ruled by a series of suffects, but Augustus changed that entire system, becoming the sole ruler. His family, the Julians, gave birth to some of the greatest tyrants the world had ever seen, including the merciless Caligula and the mentally insane Nero. Members of the Julio-Claudian dynasty believed themselves to be descendants of another race from the Dawn Star, also known as the Venus. Members of this dynasty were so convinced that they descended from this otherworldly race that they would actually dress up as the goddess Venus. Even the ruthless Caligula would cross-dress and put on women's garbs that made him look like a goddess. But it all started with Caesar Augustus, born on September 23, 63 BC, who would adopt the title Divi Filius, which means Son of God.
The high priestess of the Olympic Games, played by actress Mary Mina, prayed to Apollo, Greek god of the sun, for help in lighting her torch. But under a cloudy sky in Olympia, a backup flame was used, which will now remain lit for the duration of the 2024 Games, a fire symbolic of the Olympic values of peace and friendship between nations.
Today, the Olympic Games are the only event that brings the entire world together in a peaceful competition.
Minister Frollo, the gypsy has escaped. What? She's nowhere in the cathedral. She's gone.
But how? Never mind. Get out, you idiot. I'll find her. I'll find her if I have to burn down all of Paris. Hellfire! Dark fire! Now, gypsy, it's your turn. Choose me or your pyre. Be mine or you will burn!
This same fire was then used to ignite the French Olympic torch in the hands of the first of many hundreds of torchbearers, rowing's Olympic gold medalist Stefanos Douskos. The torch is now to pass through some of the most iconic sites of ancient Greek civilization on its Herculanean journey, before crossing the Mediterranean for the first time in the history of the Games, on board the Belém, a three-masted centenarian French vessel, and reaching land in Marseille, embarking on a 7-week tour of the Olympic host nation, and ending its epic voyage in Paris on the 26th of July for the opening of the Games.
God have mercy on her. God have mercy on me. But she will be mine, or she
That's all, folks. That's my line. Step aside, babe. Let a star do this. That's all! That's all, folks!
Can I go home now?
Boom bop doo up, boom boom bop doo up, boom bop doo up, boom boom bop doo up. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here comes that rain I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Bop, bop, dum, bop. Come around, there's nothing but blue sky. Anywhere you go, straight ahead, there's nothing but blue sky. It's gonna be a bright day. 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 I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way.